What's up, YouTube? Zach's back with another attack, and today we're doing a little video doing a review of half and half, and half and half, and half and half, and half and half.
Zach is back with another attack, and you can count on that. Well, I know he's ugly and he's fat, but hit subscribe and we'll work on that. Cause now it's time for my own show with Zach to the future, yo.
Okay, so today how we're going to be doing this is we're going to start with the most popular half and half, the original Arnold Palmer. This is the one that is most likely going to win, but for the sake of comparison, I want to try Snapple half and half, Brisk half and half, and Peace Tea half and half. Now, Peace Tea is going to be probably the closest to the Arnold Palmer. They're about the same size, pretty close in price. I think this is 99 cents, and this is about $1.29. And then this is about $1.29 as well. And Snapple may be the most expensive, even though it is the smallest. So take that how you will. But Snapple is probably the most recognizable brand. So hopefully that means it tastes the best, especially if it's going to be the most expensive for the smallest size. And that said, hopefully the Arnold Palmer is the best because it is the best bang for your buck. 99 cents for this huge can, 23 ounces. That's just a great deal. So, I know what this tastes like, but to get a baseline, let's go with this first. Ah, man. Love opening that. Not a lot of flavor coming out of it. Not a lot of scent, I mean. You get a little bit of that tea scent. Not really any lemonade, but you're actually supposed to lightly shake it, I think, beforehand, so lightly stir it. Okay. We all know what Arnold Palmer tastes like. It's pretty common. This one tastes slightly more tea heavy. Maybe I didn't shake it enough. Let me... Good enough. Hopefully that helped.
Well, now it tastes like hand.
It tastes the same. Maybe slightly tea heavy. Sometimes my Arnold Palmer is a little more lemonade heavy, but I think that this is pretty close to what the Arnold Palmer normally tastes like, so. Cool, that's that. One down. So far, it's the best. George Bush looking guy right here. It's my dude. So I guess next I want to go to the Peace Tea because it's going to be probably closest to the Arnold Palmer. This Peace Tea has 4% juice. Arnold Palmer has 5% juice. So if you're wanting some juice, go with this. Brisk comparatively only has 1% of juice, and the Snapple has 2% juice. Should have gotten something with 3% juice. I feel like I'm missing something here. The Arnold Palmer and the Peace Tea also have no artificial colors and no artificial flavors, whereas the Snapple and the Brisk have artificial flavors. At the very least, they may have artificial colors. Not entirely sure. It doesn't say they don't, so I would have to assume they do. They both definitely have other flavors added, though. This one is natural flavors. This one, maybe artificial flavors. I have to assume that the Brisk is probably going to be the worst because it is made by Pepsi, so it's more mass-produced, more watered down maybe. Just less passion for the product. I really think the Arnold Palmer may be more passion for the product since it is the original So, but we'll see. I'm excited for the peace tea and the Snapple. Whoa. that sounded like it could have exploded. Nothing came out, but it could have. Surprised it didn't. It's very tightly packed in here, apparently. Caddyshack. Not sure what that means. I do know, however, that I like the Arnold Palmer better. This is very lemony, very tea forward again, but a less flavorful tea. I really think that the Arnold Palmer has more flavor, more good flavor. The lemonade is more balanced, you know? Yeah, I mean, even though I said that this is tea forward, this one's a lot worse about that. And I'm not the biggest tea drinker, but I love half and half. So I want there to be a good balance. That lemonade has to counteract the tea to make it so that I enjoy it. So that said, the Arnold Palmer's better. This, I'm so far not liking it, but I have to do it justice because I shook up the Arnold Palmer. So I have to give this a fair shot and do the same for it. Oh, and it's leaking everywhere. Okay. That was not my intention. Okay, it's a little bitter, but it's still very lemony. It doesn't taste like they mixed it with lemonade so much as it's a lemon tea. It tastes almost like they just squeezed a lemon into it. It's I don't know. It's not real bitter, like they squeezed a lemon into it, but it's maybe it's just the type of tea they use that I'm not as much of a fan of, because I'm really not enjoying that peace tea. So I guess let's move on to the Snapple half and half lemonade iced tea. So the Snapple is actually the most calories of any of these as well. The brisk whole container has 160 calories approximately. The peace tea has about 160 calories for the whole thing. And the Arnold Palmer is the lowest calorie, as it says light, even though there's not a unlight version, I don't think. I think this is the only kind they sell. But this is only 150 calories, whereas the Snapple is a whopping 210 calories, making it the least healthy of all these options and the smallest size. So I'm not liking the way the Snapple's looking all in all. Not that you need to be super health conscious with iced tea and lemonade, but it is good that you can get this big ass container of drink and it's still way less calories than this little thing. So that said, it does say that it's made from the best stuff on earth. Snapple has good tea, so I don't see why using Snapple tea would make it taste bad. I think this may be the best tasting one, even though it's the least healthy one. The brisk, I don't have high expectations, but that said, it is a good deal, and Pepsi I'm a big fan of, so hopefully they've done good with this product as well. Very subtle pop. Sometimes it makes a big explosion like this. Sometimes it's very, very quiet like this. I like that. I also like Snapple because they put facts on their lids. Let's see what it says here. Real fact number 821. It takes an interaction of 72 muscles to produce human speech. 72 muscles are working right now. Watch me work out. I am flexing right now. All right, I'll stop messing around. Let's get down to business. This is real. This is real stuff. The best stuff on earth. Yeah. Maybe not. Made from black and green tea. I think the other ones are... This one has apple juice in it. Peace tea has apple juice in it. Okay, so this is super interesting. I think the showdown between these two is pretty interesting because this has apple juice in it. They put apple juice in the peace tea. The Arnold Palmer puts pear juice, and they both have lemon juice. So I don't think that lemon comment is as abundant here, but the apple juice is interesting versus the pear juice they use in the Arnold Palmer. Neither of the other two use any kind of other fruit juices. So that may be why these two are kind of in their own league. That said, I think it's pretty interesting looking at the ingredient list of the Snapple because the number one ingredient is filtered water and then sugar, followed by lemon juice, citric acid, natural flavors, and then tea. Tea is the last ingredient. There's barely any tea in this. That's the weird part. Whereas the number one ingredient in this is tea. The number one ingredient in this, tea. The number one ingredient in this, high fructose corn syrup. Way to go, Pepsi. Way to go. I gotta shake the Snapple a little bit though. I wasn't a fan of that first drink, but we'll see. Also, I find it kind of interesting how the Arnold Palmer is made by Arizona Tea Company, but they're based out of Florida. Freaking Twilight Zone episode out here, dude. Back to the Snapple. I'm flexing my muscles a little too much over here. This tastes more watered down than anything. And I get that water is the number one ingredient because that's a major ingredient of tea. They may have tea as the last ingredient because that's like the tea leaves or whatever. Whereas this says tea powder, so I don't know how they're making their tea. But this almost tastes like beer or something. It is not real good. Least favorite so far. Not impressed with Snapple. How did that happen? I figured Snapple would be the one to beat. They're a tea company. Weird. Alright, Snapple. You didn't do well this time. Maybe Brisk has what it takes to pull this off. I will say, I like that Brisk has this kind of lid. It keeps this the freshest. These two are not resealable, so while they are the largest, it kind of sucks that you have to drink them all in one go. But, oh well. Oh wow, that's actually not bad. Give it a little shake just to be fair. Okay. So, I thought that the Brisk would taste the worst because it's made by Pepsi, more mass manufactured, you know. It seems like it's going to be kind of a generic half and half. But I was wrong. I don't know if the Brisk is my favorite. I'm not there yet, but I do know that the Brisk is better than the Snapple. The Brisk is inoffensive. I think that's the best word for it. It's not my favorite, but it's not my least favorite. It's very inoffensive. I think I already know what the order of my favorites is. Let me double check real quick. That taste didn't taste as good though. That was the best drink of this one I've had so far. That's a bad thing. And this still tastes pretty bad. So, these two are very close. These two, not so much. Snapple's definitely my least favorite. Peace tea. That last drink was pretty good. Last drink was very serviceable, and I would buy it again based on that last drink, but I wouldn't buy the Snapple. I just couldn't do that again. May not even finish it. It just, maybe it's the tea itself that Snapple uses. Maybe it's too strong, and the Snapple is very tea forward. I feel like I could go buy another thing of lemonade and pour it in here to make it taste better. And maybe that's the problem with Snapple. It has too much tea, even though that's the last ingredient. And I didn't like it. So if you're like me, stay away from the Snapple half and half. If you're a really, really big fan of Snapple tea, don't listen to me. I haven't tried many Snapple teas. Not a huge tea guy, like I said earlier, but I do know that the Snapple tea, not for me. On a scale of 0 to 100, gotta give that like a 4. I feel so bad giving it a 4. That's the worst score I've ever given anything. Out of 100? A 4 out of 100. It tastes like dirty gym socks or something. I don't get it. I did not expect that to taste like that. Man, I feel bad. Sorry, Snapple. You gotta step it up. Let me shake it even more. Maybe it's not getting mixed up enough. I don't know, Snapple. I'm not feeling it. Sorry, Snapple. 4. Peace tea. Got 3rd place. 0 to 100. This is a lot higher. The difference between the Snapple and the Peace tea is a lot. The Peace tea is starting to taste better. All right. Peace tea, 0 to 100. I will give it a 48.7. It's not bad. Okay, you know what? A 63. I feel like I've got to give it over 50, but it's not my favorite. You know, I feel bad even giving that such a low rating, and I feel like maybe I could give it a little bit higher, but in comparison to these ones, it's not as good. And if I was only drinking the Peace tea, then yeah, maybe I could say that it was like a 80, but it's just not as good as these two. So to say that this is an 80 would be very difficult to give these much higher scores. And I've had Arnold Palmers that are amazing. They just really quench your thirst, hit the spot, and I would give that like a 99. This one, I can't give a 99, so I really gotta judge it based on these specific ones that I got. But hopefully it still helps you guys make your decision when you're going for a half and half next time. Okay. So, from 0 to 100, I would have to give the brisk at second place. You know, the more I do this, the more I struggle whether the peace tea or the brisk is better. But I feel like the brisk is more inoffensive. So if the peace tea is a 63, I've got to give the brisk like a 65. It's really not much better. It's close, but the brisk is slightly less offensive. The lemonade is more prominent, I think, and it helps it tame that tea that I'm less of a fan of. I think all in all, this is going to be the one that most people can enjoy. But I still have to give it second place because Arnold Palmer is a little bit better. And this can is not the best can I've ever had of Arnold Palmer, but it's still slightly better than the brisk. And I know that I've had cans of Arnold Palmer that are way better than this, so they got to be way better than the brisk, and therefore way better than these two. So save your money at the end of the day and just go with the Arnold Palmer. They are 99 cents. It is the healthiest of all of these because it's light. It's the original. It's a premium brewed blend of black teas using filtered water, and that sounds delightful. Take it from George Bush, guys. Get this tea. It's the one. This is the winner. You're looking at him. Why would you go with this? Or why would you go with this? Or why would you go with this, dude? Just drown yourself in those, because the Arnold Palmer is where it's at. And for 99 cents, what do you have to lose? So, next time you're looking for something cheap and delicious to drink, Arnold Palmer. And if you get it at Walmart, it's even cheaper than that half the time. So, yeah, that's what's up. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Zach. Don't you do... Oh, yeah. But on a scale of 0 to 100, I've got to give Arnold Palmer a 87. It's pretty freaking good. And I've had cans that are higher than that. So, thank you for watching, guys. I hope that you enjoy Arnold Palmer. Let me know down below if I made the wrong decision. Do you guys prefer one of these half and halves over Arnold Palmer? Am I just giving this a biased review because I have already been a fan of Arnold Palmer? Let me know down below. I'd love to hear what you guys think about this topic. And anyways, guys, I'm Zach. Don't you do crack. And me and Arnie will catch you in the future.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm Zach. Don't you do crack. Hit like, subscribe, comment, all that other crap YouTubers say, and I will catch you in the future.